What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another installment of Coda's Colognes. Today we're going to be doing a breakdown and review of Invictus Victory Elixir. Stay tuned. Alright, so one of the first things we're going to do is I'm going to show off the atomizer on this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and get y'all in on this. Wait, actually, not too bad. Go ahead and put one there. Atomizer on this one's not too bad. Took 3 sprays to get to it. Alrighty, so as soon as you spray this, you're immediately hit with a wave of warm, spicy, sweet. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the notes real quick. Alright, so I've got this bottle spinning off now. That way y'all can get the full look around on this thing. Bottle wise, I like it. It's very nice. It's not an all black bottle. It actually tapers to a very dark blue, from starting with the black on top down to the dark blue on bottom. I'm kind of curious, the more I wear this, the more the level goes down. I'm kind of curious to see how that blue's going to show off at the bottom. But all in all, as far as Invictus bottles go, this one might be my favorite. It's very well done. But as the cologne I just sprayed around down, I'm going to go ahead and go over some of the notes with you. So we're going to have top notes of black pepper, bergamot, and cardamom. Like as I said just a second ago, whenever those first initial, whenever that wave hits you, you get very much of a warm, spicy feel. But then as it starts to dry down a little bit, you're gonna get some smokiness to it. The middle notes are gonna be incense, lavender, and vanilla. And that's where some of that sweetness comes in. That's where some of that smoky, sweet starts to settle in. It smells very nice. And then as it falls all the way down to the base notes on this are gonna be tonka bean, patchouli, musk, and amber. And that's where I feel like that amber is where you're gonna get some of that warmth from. You're gonna get some of that warm, spicy. I don't think this one has very much of a woody scent necessarily. There's a little there, but this is a very well done cologne. So of all the 2023 releases, this is definitely in my top 3. This is one of the ones that I really like the most so far. But now that I went over the notes, went over a couple things, I'm gonna go ahead and flip y'all back around one moment. All right, and we are back. So I went ahead and took a little bit of time to let that spray that I put on my wrist dry down earlier. That way I can kind of go over some of the dry down notes. So on the base notes on this one, as I mentioned earlier, you're gonna get tonka bean, patchouli, musk, and amber. That warm amber feeling that you get, I almost feel like that's what kind of sets this one a little bit different from the other Invictuses. And this one, like, it's not as sweet as the original one was, or at least not to me. To my nose, it's not as sweet. I will say, I do like this one more than the original Victory. Of all the Invictus line, this one is my favorite, actually. But yeah, but also, I mentioned in a past video that I like tobacco. I like colognes that use incense as well. I kind of like that natural, smoky type of smell that gives you. So I lean toward those kind anyway. But with that being said, so what I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you this bottle. We're going to go ahead and get into the price breakdown on this a little bit, price and availability. Availability wise, it's pretty well going to be everywhere. As of right now, our average retail price for a 50 ml bottle is going to be between $90 to $100. And the average retail price for a 100 ml bottle, which that's what this is going to be somewhere around the 125 range, so 120 to 130. With that being said, though, a lot of discounters are already getting this in stock. Some of the newer ones go to discounters slower, but they're already getting this one. And in this one, to be fair, this one's been out for about 6 months. If I'm not mistaken, this was released in January of 23. But with that being said, your standard discounter's price is going to be somewhere between 75 to 100 bucks for the 100 ml. And somewhere between the 50 to 70 for the 50 ml, depending on whether you get like a tester or if you go for full presentation. Some people, like myself, me personally, I like full presentation. I like keeping the boxes. They make for good decorations around my house. We'll get into the when would you wear this cologne. So for me, this is going to be an evening cologne. It's probably going to be more of a spring and fall cologne, just because the potency of this cologne lasts very well. It projects very well. So projection wise, we're looking 2 to 4 feet in projection. And then for the smell trail, as we like to call it, that is also very good on this cologne. You could have somebody following you 4 or 5 feet back, or you could travel past someone and they'll know you were there. As far as longevity, this cologne is very potent. So the first time I wore this one, I was actually kind of surprised. I'm an evening shower kind of guy. So when I get out of the shower, I like to put just one little spray of something on, just so that way, you know, I can sit and indulge in colognes. That one spray that I put on my wrist after I got out of the shower, the next morning when I woke up, it was still there. So this cologne right here could easily be a 10 to 12 hour cologne. Don't put a whole lot of this on. You don't have to cloak yourself in it to be able to smell this and smell very well. So for me, this is more of like a nighttime fragrance. You could probably wear this as a clubbing fragrance. You could definitely wear this as a date fragrance. Just do not put too much on. And this one, it's sweet enough you could probably get away with wearing it during the summer as well. That one, if you're going to be outside a lot, if you're going to be sweating a lot, I would probably stay away from it, because as everyone knows, sweat kills everything. Being too hot wearing any cologne, it just kills it. The right now is during the summer, I try to go towards the eau de toilettes more so, because they're a little lighter, they're a little airier. You can still get away with this one, just less is more. But with that little breakdown, I'm going to wrap up this video. Go ahead and show off this bottle one more time. Do not be afraid to buy this cologne. This cologne right here, this one smells very good. I don't know that it's worth the full retail price. It is definitely worth the price you can find at discounters. So that is going to be my final wrap up. I'm going to go ahead and end the video now. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you those who subscribed. Thank you for everyone for all the feedback. I genuinely appreciate what feedback I've been getting. But as always, thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you next time.